Alright, next is the IAC valve. I had to make my own gasket for that because I couldn't find one for sale. And I'll just tighten that up. Next we'll put the wire harness in. Just plug these guys right on. Throttle position sensor. Got a wire wrap right there to hold it in place. And the IAC. EGR controller pops right into this bracket here. The EGR valve goes on there. Before putting this one, put this mounting bolt in here with the little bracket on it. Otherwise there's not room to, you'll have to take the EGR back off to get that bolt in. Screw that on. I'll tighten that up. Alright, the sensor for the EGR plugs in right here next to the throttle position sensor. A little wire tie to hold that in place. Okay, I just put one little vacuum hose from here over to the vacuum controller, up to the bottom of the vacuum controller. Don't need clamps on these. This one, just going to use the old one, it's still in good shape. Goes from the other side of the controller to the top of the... Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and screw a long piece of hose on here, or clamp it on, I mean, right under the throttle body. I already have this one on, and then one more I need to put on is this one from the throttle, or from the IAC valve. I'll just let it hang, poke down in the middle of the intake manifold and just hang up down there. I'll cut it off later too. This one is the other end of this line that I'm attaching, goes to a U-turn and then comes back in here. This is the air intake hose for the IAC. I'll put that on later. And this one goes to the PCV valve, just a little short piece of hose. And then this hose back here I'll put on later. It goes to the power brakes. Gasket on, new gasket. And this tube coming down from the bottom of the IAC goes in here. The first tube behind the water pump will connect with a short hose up here to this tube under the thermostat. And the other tube under the thermostat, that comes out here and goes up to the throttle body. Now, all these hoses here are being drawn in by the water pump. Next, put this bottom bracket on. Okay, mount the front lifting bracket on here. Then tighten up all of the manifold bolts. Got my clip here on the front bottom one, and another clip on the middle bottom one. And the intake plenum is pretty much on.